Hi everyone, my name is Gabe. I am a senior at Riverside High School, and my product that I'm presenting to you guys is what I like to call RHS Connect. I came up with this idea. I kind of since like we kind of started brainstorming with this project, I know that our school has been working on a virtual type kiosk for the Veterans Memorial, and I've always wanted like something like that ever since I went to Mayfield High School for a WRC conference seminar, and I saw their virtual kiosk. I thought it'd be something cool for our school to have because it's kind of like a virtual yearbook, and you can do so much more with it and kind of piece our whole school like history together into one computer. So that's kind of how I came up with this idea. And it's really unique because the product, I had to like not only make a product, but I've also had to come up with a plan on how I want to like show people this and like the kind of like the steps and stuff. Because the ultimate goal for it is basically for the school to look at the software I'm using and maybe make a class out of it and kind of help build up this like program and to make that product in the foreseeable future. So I use this product right here. It's called Intuiface. It was shown by my dad, who my dad has a lot of background in technology and stuff as he's in IT at Steris. So we kind of knew about the software already because they use it for a lot of their virtual kiosk and everything there. So he showed me it and I had time to play around with it. And it's a really nice software. Here it is right here. So to me, it's very similar to like Photoshop or a lot of Adobe applications where you have all these like programmable type things. Like if you want to put an image into like your kiosk, you just drag it in, and then you drag in an image that you want, and you just like shift it around, like if it was Adobe Photoshop or even like a Google Slide. And then what's nice about them is you can trigger, like program them all very easily by adding what they call a trigger, which, so like, for example, I can program this student life button right here to when I click on it, it switches to another page that focuses on that content. So it's very nice. And I think it would be something for like a class that would be really easy for them to like learn and use because of that. And I know we have classes that I've taken like Photoshop and animation stuff that work really well with this product. And right now I'm going to go into the composer, which kind of shows a demo of it. Right now I have a demo version, which has like watermarks and everything. But if the school were to actually get a license and stuff for it, then that can go away, and um, it it'll just look nicer, and there's more screen sharing and a lot of other like features. It's kind of a lot to explain, but that's like the gist of it. So one of the pages I want to show you would be like the athletics page. I had this idea of, for the athletics, like having each like year represent the year of like athletics, and you have this screen right here, and you can just scroll and pick the sport you want to look at. So if you want to look at cross country, you would click on it, except I did not program it right to click on it. So that is my bad. And when you click on it, it would take you to another page. So right here would be the cross country page. And like a nice thing about this software is you can put videos in it, but you can also put in web browsers or any other applications like that. So if I were to go on this page, usually if you click on the page I did before and go on it, and it would come to here. I have this nice little video that I made my last, like for senior year of cross country, that kind of like shows all the photos and highlights our year for it. So that's really nice. And then again, with like the web browser, I showed lake photography for our senior banners and stuff. So you just click on it and you have this like little web browser app pop up that you can minimize, maximize, or get rid of and pop back up. And then you can pin it too, so then you can look at the photos more. So here are like some of my teammates in their senior photos. We also have the roster, which you can just click and move around as well. I couldn't find like a good quality photo for my like teammates, like our team photo. So this is kind of what I made for it for now, which was a big hurdle. and then also like records, like this is our WRC times and everything. So that's kind of like a big example just for like the cross country page and all of that. So that's really nice. As for like some of the biggest like design hurdles, I think one of the hardest things is space, because your computer can only handle so much like photos and videos and like the quality of it without it like being like slow and inefficient. So I really had to work with like trying to like minimize my assets and everything to make sure that it runs smoothly. And I feel like in a like foreseeable future, depending on the quality of the devices that students would use and stuff to work on this application, it might be really slow unless the school would be able to provide a powerful like enough computer or something for it to work on. But I haven't really had much issues with it, and my computer's an average computer, and I've been using like a very old Windows Surface tablet to use it, which is also, it's been able to run pretty smoothly on there. So that's really nice. So like right here is my home selection screen. And what's nice about it is like you would pick the year you would want to look at, and you can also type it in the search bar as well. So that, I like that a lot. So with that, again, I just want to summarize basically the end goal of my product is I have this demo right here as like inspiration, and I would want to like talk to like kind of like the yearbook staff or the yearbook advisor and talk about if it's possible to implement this into their yearbook class, because they basically get all the records and all the images and they compile it into the yearbook, which is basically what like the virtual kiosk is for those pages. And they could even add more, and students can share like their videos. Like Tatiana, for example, could get her video put in some of like the slides for our 2020 section of the yearbook, because she has made a lot of content for it. And just having that would be really nice. Not to mention, if it was possible, if they have time and everything, which I would think they would be able to also start working on like other like school years, like for example 1952 and all those other years, and try to compile this whole like virtual database that people can like go in the building and see this kiosk. Like it could be like in near the auditorium and be able to like look back at the history. I know like it would be like cool for like my father to like see like photos and like records from like when he went to Riverside and like in the late 80s. So that would be really nice. And yeah, so thank you for your time, everyone. If you have any questions about my idea or what the product is and stuff, just email me at 20richnerg@riversideschools.net. Thank you.